a great Saturday night. Gonna jump on here and do a little rod building. Y'all know how we roll. Fast and out of control over here. Hope y'all are having a great Saturday night, though. We're gonna first we're gonna put a little epoxy on these rods right here. Need to put another coat on them. Then I'm gonna do a little bit glow in the dark. I got a couple of rods that glow in the dark and some stuff I want to check out. We'll do a glow session tonight. I ain't done that in a while. Do us a nice little glow in the dark session tonight, if y'all know what I mean. Let me get that cup out the way a little bit. Austin, what's up, man? How you doing? True Carolina Outdoors, long time no see, brother. Hey, Captain, what's up? What's up? What's up? Virginia, Scarlet Pixie. I like that name. I like that name. Hope, man, I'm glad you're doing good, Austin. Glad you're doing good, brother. I'm glad you're doing good, my brother. On this Saturday night, we're supposed to get some rain here. I think it's gonna wait till tomorrow to rain. I hope it don't. I'd like to do a little bit of fishing. I did some fishing today and didn't do no good. Didn't do any good in the fishing hole today. Kind of sucked, to be honest. You know what I mean? Wasn't the greatest. Y'all know how it is this time of year. Here about another month and a half, they're gonna start running real hard here on the river that's right down the road from me, and then I'll be on them. You know what I mean? Halfway, I'm gonna have to order some more of this. I'm halfway through this already. We're just gonna do 1 milliliter tonight, y'all. 1 milliliter. Because I'm just gonna do tonight. I'm doing epoxy on this right here because we're gonna try to put that decal on tomorrow, and then I got a decal to put on this rod as well. I'll put another coat on that spiral right there. Then tomorrow I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be probably raining, so I'm gonna be in here doing a lot of stuff. So there'll be a lot of updates tomorrow night because I'm gonna put quite a few. I'm gonna have about 4 or 5 rods turning tomorrow while the weather's like it is. You know what I mean? But we're gonna put this. We're gonna put a coat on there. This is the rod we're gonna put the ugly stick decal on. I'd like to put it on, but I want to get that a little bit smoother. We're gonna try to put one more thin coat on that tonight to smooth it out. Then we'll put the decal on maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night. I'm not exactly sure. I'm wanting to. That's a goal, not a promise. We gotta set us a little timer for 5 minutes. You know, we gotta run this thing for 5 minutes here. I got my little clock here. That thing's kind of loud. Sorry about that. Didn't know the sound was on. Just got off an awesome live there on Facebook, y'all. If you're on Facebook, you need to be following BigSrod's. Check out them lives and you'll see why. We have an awesome live, awesome group of people going on. Quite a few in here actually from there. True Living, Scarlet, they was all there in the live tonight over there on Facebook. Hope y'all are having a great night, everybody. Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. So, all y'all out there to your significant other. Hope y'all are having a great Valentine's. Random question. How much does the humidity mess with your epoxy drying? A whole lot. Scarlet Pixie. It messes with it a whole lot, actually. What's awful is I'm here in South Carolina. We have bad humidity already, no matter what. And just humidity just doesn't. I'm not going to say it messes with the epoxy as far as the bubbles and stuff in it, but it does mess with the drying time on it. But fortunately, most of the time here in I got a vent ran back here to this add-on room in the back that I have my shop in, and I have it pretty. It's well conditioned space back here is what I'm saying. So I can pretty much eliminate the humidity most of the time, but it's still in the air. In the summertime, it's a little more hectic with the drying time. If it's a humid day, I guess you'd say. That's the only thing I see really with it is drying time on humidity. It doesn't really mess with the epoxy as far as putting it on or doing anything like that. But the drying, it maybe makes it a little longer. Doesn't mess with any other aspects, which is good because I'm in South Carolina. It's really humid here in South Carolina. If anybody lives in South Carolina or even along the East Coast, it's pretty humid. I'm about 2 hours from the coast in South Carolina. Oh, we got 2.5 minutes left here. We're mixing some epoxy to put on these rods, everybody. If you're just joining us, make sure you tap the screen and give me a like if you don't mind. I'd sure appreciate that if y'all like the video for me. And if you really want to be awesome, you can subscribe to the page. If you like fishing rods, you like doing that and rod building and all that stuff. Okay, I'm getting a package together for you. The oldest teeny human painted jewel. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, that's awesome. That is awesome. I got a package coming your way too this week. Scarlett. I'll call you by your names on your profiles. Hookers and bobbers. Hope I hear my dog bouncing around in there. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. That's too cool. I didn't know he painted lures. That's cool. Can't wait. Excuse me. Call me either. It's all good. I'll probably call you both anyway. Yeah, I probably will either way. Alright, this epoxy right here is taking forever. Got a few bubbles in this one though. Next week's supposed to be solid. Every day it's supposed to get 65 or warmer. And it doesn't get below like 48 degrees for like Tuesday through like next weekend. I gotta work all week. That's some nice weather though. I got my boat tore down right now. I'm gonna do some videos keeping up with that. Tearing my boat down, taking all the carpet out and replacing the wood floor in it. And then I'm putting some of that foam stuff down, that foam turf for the boat. I'm putting some of that stuff down in the boat. And then I'm doing some electrical, redoing my electrical, putting some toggle switches in and stuff like that for my lights. I'm also going to be doing a little touch up here and there on the trailer. I got to do some working on my trailer. Putting a trolling motor. I got a power drive trolling motor. I got a real good deal on, y'all. Nice power drive trolling motor. Hey, that's still cool. That's still cool that y'all did that, Virginia. I can't wait to see it. That's awesome. I'm excited now. Shoot. I'm excited now. But we are. I got a trolling motor. I'm gonna put on my boat. I'm gonna get me one of those front-facing sonars where you can see the fish. Not that $3,000 one. I'm gonna get that $8,000 one. Oh goodness! I'll be honest with you. If I had enough money to get one of them nice trolling motors, I've never been big on not trolling motors, but I've never been big on like fish finders as much. Never had none of the high quality stuff. You know, I've never really needed it. Never wanted it. Any depth finder I've had has just been basic. It showed you depth, water temperature, structure. You know, you could mark fish with it, but I never even really got into it enough to even know how to use. If I were to have a live scope, I wouldn't even know how to use it. To be honest, that's too much technology for me, y'all. I'll be honest. I'll be like, hey, jump in the boat and follow me. I'll show you where they're at. Ain't no need. We don't need to look at that. You can leave your map. You can leave your mobile apps and all that at home. Now that does give people an advantage. Now, I mean, you catch some big fish, you can spot them fish. You can find the fish with it. You can find the fish with it, but let me bring y'all up on the big screen here so I can see what y'all are saying. Oh. Let's see if BigSrod's is live on my tablet real quick, y'all. Oh, looks like he might be. There we go. I can see the comments a little better on that one, y'all. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry, y'all. What is Paige just playing around still? That's still awesome, though. I think it's awesome. Now, I want to make sure we got this thing pretty clean. I just want to put a thin coat on this, y'all, so we can kind of level it out a little bit. It's not quite level as it should be. It's not as level as I want it to put a decal on it. Let's put it that way. This thing's gonna be loud for a minute, y'all. Y'all know how this thing is. It's loud. I apologize. We're just going to put a thin coat on this and a thin coat on that. A thin coat on this and a thin coat on that. I'm going to put a coat on this whole rod. Again for the last final coat, but not tonight. Don't worry, I'm upgrading my spinner here soon, y'all. Y'all won't have to hear it so loud like that. Might be kind of annoying a little bit how loud that thing is. Hope it ain't too loud. I go back and watch it live sometime. I don't think it's too awfully loud, but it's still annoying, kind of. Still louder than it needs to be. This thing ought to level out pretty good for us, y'all. I want to make sure I come a little bit past my thread. I always take my epoxy a little bit past my thread onto the blank. And that seals the end of your thread work. That way epoxy or elements, water, and everything else can't get under it. Get under it and cause it problems later on and mess it up. You don't want that. Nice thin coat on it. Ooh-wee. I'm trying to get this thin as possible because I don't want to mess with this reel seat. The front grip on this reel seat spins forward and comes up over the blank. That's how you get the reel seat on. If y'all are familiar with that kind of reel seat. So I got to have it real thin right here because this reel seat this foregrip comes forward over this. So I got to keep it thin enough that steel will slide over it. This epoxy builds up every time you put epoxy on it. It gets thicker and thicker, y'all. So, what's up, Jeanette? Welcome, Jeanette. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good tonight. Long time no see, y'all. I'm awesome Facebook people. I'm awesome Facebook fam. Alright. Yeah, we'll host that thing up. Y'all, if you're just joining, make sure you hit that like button. Give this video a like if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that. And a sub would be awesome as well. When I hit 1,000, when we hit 1,000 subs on this page, we're going to do an awesome, we'll call it a donation to one of y'all nice subscribers. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We'll get that one spinning real quick a little bit. Right there. Let y'all gaze the wonder. That thing looks good. Let y'all watch that while we work on this one too. Oh, my epoxy! Yeah, y'all better calm down. Y'all better calm down in the chat. Y'all knocking stuff over. Let me set this thing another way. Get yourself rigged back up here so we can... I hope that thing holds for me there. The thing acting a little funky on me tonight. You know what I mean? That marble does look good. Thank you. That marble does look good. I can totally agree with that. That marble does look good. I can totally agree with that. I gotta watch out. This thing might fall out of this roller right here. It's been acting a little funny on me lately. Alright. Just a nice coat of epoxy on that. I think we've already put 2 on this. Spring loaded. That's what this one is, a spring loaded. It looks like a spring in there. When I did that wrap on it. That's what it reminds me of. Heck yeah. Stuff's rolling on smooth tonight. That epoxy's going on smooth tonight. Smooth like butter. I'm gonna show y'all this glow-in-the-dark rod here later on that we got going. We got 2 rods going that glow in the dark. One of them we're still building, and the other one is pretty much done. You know what I mean? On this main guy. This rod right here is about 4 foot long, y'all. The Dock Demon. What some people call it. We was calling it the Dock Rocker. Like a dock rocker. Or this one might not have been named the Dock Rocker. It was named something else, but Black Widow or something maybe. I don't know. Can't remember. Put a nice coat on this. I'll tuck some under this foot. Wade Life, what's up, man? What size is the rod? Both look really nice. They're both smaller rods, man, that I'm doing right now, that I'm working on right now. They're both, this one right here that's spinning right there is a little over 5 foot. And the one I'm working on now is 4 foot. Oh yeah. She's trying to scream back there now. Dab a little bit of epoxy on that. Y'all. That's not looking too bad right there. What's up, Chris? Welcome, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Got a little too high. That was looking pretty sweet. Quiet one. Y'all give me just a second here. We'll roll this thing out. This other one I got right here ain't quite as loud. It ain't quite as loud. Give me just a minute, y'all. I'll be right back to ya. That one's not quite as loud as the other one, y'all. Still a little bit loud, but not quite as loud. You know what I mean? Yakking with them dogs. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. How you been doing, man? Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Hope you are doing good. Hope you're doing good, brother. Heck yeah, man. Good to see you. We just got done putting a coat of epoxy on this rod and this rod. We're going to put a decal on that one tomorrow. Hopefully, I'd like to put a decal on this one. We're going to put an ugly stick decal right there. I remodeled this stick, as y'all know. This one right here, I built all the way up. I put the custom grips on it and did some thread work on it. It was a rod that broke in half on us, and we used the other half of it. Utilized it. RM Outdoors, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome, brother. I'm good. Haven't been. Scarlett, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I'm doing good, RM Outdoors, man. I'm doing good. Man, we'll be praying for you, Yakin. Man, I hate to hear that, brother. We'll be praying for you, brother. I hate to hear that, man. Hate to hear that, man. Hope to pull my name for the Patriots Saturday, man. I hope so too, Chris, man. That'd be nice, man. Especially all that catfishing you do, man. That'd be awesome for you, bro. What's that? Oh, it's spinning on me. I almost tried to do a little bubble on me. That's where we want to put the decal at, right where that thing was trying to do that at. I caught it, though, with my eyes. Somebody got to pay attention. Ha! What's up, man? Southern California, man. Do you ever do Phoenix blanks? No, man, I've never done one. I would love to, but I've never done one. I've never done one, but I'd love to do some sometime, man. Do a fin. Them rods are nice. I got nothing wrong with them. My day's been pretty good. I went fishing today. Finally got in a little bit of fishing. They ain't really biting too well yet, so. But I ended up getting some tree jewelry. I found some nice corks and lures and bobbers and stuff up in the trees. I left with more tackle than I came with, so that's good. That's good. It is good. Yeah, that was a good catch. If you don't catch, that's why I always hang around and do stuff. Sit here and talk, mess around. Keep looking back at my rods, especially when it gets into warmer months. You know what I'm saying? You get little gnats and little bitty flying things around and stuff like that. You got to watch out, too. You'll come back and you'll be like, oh, no. That's like that rod I showed y'all last night. Got a bug in it. It's got an old bug up in it. All right, we're going to move our epoxy out and put my thing in it like that. And that's one way I can tell, so I ain't got to check the rod. I'll take and put my epoxy to the side over there and leave a little bit in the cap, put my stick in it, and I check it. Once it's dry inside of your pan that you was using, or your stick's dry that you was painting with, usually your rod's usually about dry too. And that takes about 8 hours, y'all. So we're going to hang out on here for 8 hours for that to dry. And an 8 hour live, man. Woo! Man, I can go on live in the middle of the day tomorrow, though. I might go on live a couple of times while I'm working on these rods in the middle of the day, because, I mean, if it's raining, I'm going to be working like crazy on them. I'm going to be working on them like crazy. Like crazy, y'all. Jeanette's laughing at me, y'all. Boom. Next weekend on Facebook, we'll be drawing a name for awesome followers on the page for this Patriot right here. This rod is sweet. 7'6", medium heavy, spinning rod. Boom. That thing is nice and long. It's got a nice fighting grip on it. Boom. I'm telling you, you can find a nice fish with that. Red, white, and blue thing. That's the Patriot right there. Ooh-wee. The thing's going to be sweet. Someone's going to win that on Facebook next week, y'all. So if you follow BigSrod's on Facebook, you might have a chance at that if you check into the live. You know what I mean? I'm sending this one right out here. This is his son, Patriot Jr. That's the Patriot Jr. A few different details on that one. It's actually a light rod. It's a lot smaller. It's got a different marble job. It's got 2 spots for decals. Boom, boom. It's going to have a marine sticker, and that's going to have a fella's name on it from Montana. He's going to do some trout fishing with this thing. Another red, white, and blue. That one's got the tipped out. We got this one completely rod rigged out now. All we got to do is put a nice couple of coats of epoxy and decal it up, and I'm going to be sending that to Montana. Ooh-wee, 7-foot light action. A moderate action, light power. I always say those backwards, y'all. I know, I'm sorry. But I always correct myself on that. Those are the Patriot and Patriot Jr. Oh, look at Chris said he's winning that one. Chris said he's winning that one. I hear you, bro. I hear you. He said he's going to win. That one's coming my way. He said that one's coming my way. What's the color? What about the rod that broke on the short that you made it? Man, what you talking about? You ain't break no rod. What you talking about? Man, I don't know what was wrong with that thing. I was taking the guides off of it. I don't even know where I put it. I was taking the guides off this thing and underneath one of the guides when I took it off, it was cracked. And I'll be danged if that thing didn't bust in half, brother. It busted in half, so I don't know. You know? I don't know what to do with that thing. Ain't nothing you can really do with it now. It's only a little stub now. But I don't know. When I was taking the guides off it, I don't know why it broke. I'm guessing, you know, something with the factory. It definitely wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me, man. You know what I mean? And you know what? Y'all know when you do a live here on YouTube, you know, I let it AI automatically make me a short, you know what I mean, from the videos and let it post it up, you know. And out of that whole 2-hour live, that's what it posts. Of when that rod broke. I was like, what the heck? Y'all good? There was a lot of other more better things happening on that live than that. I think AI is messing with me. That's why I don't like messing with AI that much. All them usually held up, but it was I mean, they couldn't have caught too big of a fish on it. I'm trying to remember. I've had that rod forever. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. I could have had it used too. I could have had that rod used, so it could have been real old. That thing might have been real old. I don't know. I think it could have been real old. You know what I mean? On there. Shoot. I don't know. But I'm going to get a hydro dipping actual kit in, and we're going to hydro dip a reel. I'm not doing the marble dipping thing. That screwed that reel. Y'all want me to show you what that reel? Y'all want me to show y'all how the reel turned out? Y'all remember we dipped that reel the other night? Y'all want me to show you what it turned out like? Oh goodness! All right, man. I'm going for tonight. Get back at the next one. Well, man, I'll be on probably tomorrow night, man. Appreciate you joining us, brother. Appreciate you joining us. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see what that reel? I dipped that reel in that that hydro, not the hydro dip, but the marble dip. It was the paint was bad, man. It was no good. I'll show y'all. Y'all want to see what that reel turned out? Y'all want to see what my hydro dip, my dipped reel looked like? Jeanette said I missed it. Well, you know what? It's a good thing you did. It's a pretty good thing you did. You know. I mean, really, honestly, it's not. I mean. That is horrible, man. This. Look at that. Y'all know what this thing looks like? This thing looks like it escaped a house fire. That thing looks like it escaped a house fire, y'all. It looks like I saved that thing from a burning, some inferno or something. Oh, man. I'm not going to clear coat or nothing. I'm going to get me some Good Gone and a few other things. I'll get that off there. We'll redo that one. All right. Good thing I ain't too worried about that reel. You know what I mean? But I'll get that off and we'll do a retake on that one. That thing, I'm serious. That thing looked like it. I'm serious. It looked like it escaped a bad house fire. It looks like I saved it just in time. You know what I mean? Just in time. The thing better not be bouncing around on us. All right, everybody. I told y'all I was going to show y'all some of these rods that glow in the dark. I got 2 rods that glow in the dark. A couple other things I'll show y'all. We'll do a glow session on here. I don't do a glow session a whole lot, but I think it's gonna look all right on here. So I'm gonna set up. It's gonna take me just a minute. We'll kind of set up for this little glow session. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all what how these glow in the dark rods look and how, you know what I mean, all that stuff. All right. So y'all adjust your lights, eyes to the lights. It's gonna be a few adjustments. Lighting's gonna get a little bit low. Y'all just hang in there with me for a minute. Make sure we get the right. I want to get them set up so I ain't gotta set this up so I can kind of show it off to you without running around and I know where everything's at. I gotta put some UV on it for a minute. Gotta put some UV on it for a minute. Y'all give me just a minute. I'm gonna charge up these rods with the UV so that you get a good glow on them. So y'all can see them good. I hope they show up good in this camera. I've done this a few times. They usually show up pretty good they usually show up pretty good on the lives. I'm pretty sure. Get that over there. I just don't want it lighting it up too much in here. Alright, we're getting down to that light right there. Show y'all what this thing looks like. Glowing in the dark. I hope it might be dark enough to see it. We'll see. Sorry, I'm away, y'all. Give me just a minute. See how good that thing glows in the dark real quick, y'all. Shine the light on it. Gotta watch out and not hit my rod here. This ain't quite as thick as the other one. It's got a pretty good glow in the dark on it. Y'all can see it there. It's not bad. I'm kind of ways. Let me get up there kind of close so y'all can see it. There you go. It's not a bad glow in the dark. It's a lot lighter on this rod. This is that light rod that we're going to shoot out to Carolina kayak catfish layers. Y'all give me just one more minute here. I'll show y'all this other rod. This other rod, we got it on a lot thicker. It has a lot more. I think it's going to glow a lot more. Give me just a minute. All right. Sorry about the screen being dark, everybody. I'm about to come right back to you, though. All right. Man, I'm telling you what, it don't show up real good on there. It's not showing up crazy good like it should. That's the butt of the rod right there. For some reason, I don't know. It shows up a lot better on the Facebook Live, don't it, y'all? It ain't got a whole lot of glow to it. It didn't have a whole lot more glow than that, y'all. I don't like this. I don't like this screen on here. It ain't doing real well. Let's see how this thread looks, y'all. Give me just a minute. I got some thread that glows in the dark, and it's probably the brightest in the dark I have of anything. I'm gonna use this on a. See that? See, that's different. That's the actual thread that I'm gonna use on a rod at some point here. That glows in the dark. That thread. I wonder why the rod glows that dark. It looks like it glows that dark when I'm looking at it. I wonder why it don't look like the other ones. That thread right there is bright. Y'all, this is what I do with my old epoxy. I make little glow in the dark like medallions at the bottom of my cups, so that epoxy like y'all just seen me put on. I make these nice little medallions for it. They're pretty sweet. With all kinds of stuff in there. I had a little cross necklace that I was throwing in these. That's pretty sweet. Those are pretty awesome right there. Those are pretty sweet. Oh, last but not least, I got this, I want to show this off to y'all. I don't know if anybody knows the Bigfoot Larson Custom Baits. He's an awesome fella. He made this out of wood right here. This is actually a wood plaque I have on the back of my wall. And ain't that thing sweet? Check that out. That's pretty awesome right there, ain't it? BigSrod's. That thing's bright. I don't know why them rods ain't glowing like they should be. Yeah, that's pretty sweet right there. See, that's all the way back to the wall back there. That thing glows. Heck yeah. Well, the rods didn't glow like I wanted them to, but I want to use this thread. This thread, the only problem wrong with this thread, y'all, is this thread looks ugly when it's not glowing. I don't know why. Y'all, hey, y'all might want to watch y'all's eyes for me. I'm going to turn this light back on, and it might do a little flash on your eyes. So watch yourself. Might get a little bit bright on you for just a minute. Well, that glow didn't glow like I wanted it to on the rods. And it's not, it glows in the dark bright. It's just not showing up in this camera for some reason. The other stuff, that rod, the other stuff is. Might be how I had that camera set up there too. Could be how I had the camera set up. I don't know. It didn't quite do the rod like I wanted it to. I did it earlier. Yeah, I did that earlier, like on one with the camera, and it was bright as could be. So I figured it'd look all right on there. But I guess I was wrong. I've been wrong from time to time. Something's going on with that camera. That camera ain't quite acting right. How long will I don't know how long it'll glow. As far as you can see it, it'll go about an hour before you have to recharge it again. You know what I mean? I know that I have the rod sitting up in here, and just from this not UV, but the LED light above it, I'll turn it out and come back in here an hour later, and they'll still be glowing over there. I can see them. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can see them on the camera and everything or like that, but I can see them when I go in the kitchen. I can look back in my room and see them glowing an hour later, you know. And that's just with the LED light. When you put the UV on it, it charges it for longer, and even, you know, didn't mean to flash y'all, but it charges longer and goes a little bit longer. I'd imagine about an hour. About every hour, you'd probably have to hit that UV on it for about 2 or 3 minutes and shine on it. You know what I mean? But it's called LIT, L-I-T. It's an epoxy resin that I bought. And up at that point, it was the brightest one. They got some blue now. That's a real awesome looking blue. Almost like this color that glows in the dark. I want to get it next. But it's the brightest pigment I've found so far for painting and doing the epoxy work on the rods. It's pretty nice. Now this thread work, see, that's what I'm saying. This thread right here is almost like a dirt yellow. It looks hideous. You know what I mean? It just looks hideous when it's not glowing. So I want to find some thread that's green, like we got on these rods. Because what you was looking at was the first rod was this one. It's a 7-foot light. That was the first one you seen. It had the 2 parts of epoxy right here, which you can see on there. It's the marble. Sweet marble job on it. That's what was glowing in the dark. I wish it would be this color of these guides and still glow in the dark. I'm pretty sure they do. And I can make that epoxy. I'm thinking about making some epoxy up and covering some guides with epoxy too. But that's a 7-foot light action. That's the one that was the first one we showed glowing. And this one is a 7'6" medium. All the marble on it right back there on the butt. That's what you seen glowing. You seen this glowing right here. And you also seen that glowing. And this one has a decorative wrap in the middle of it. This rod is sweet right here. This rod's going to South Dakota here in about a week. Nice matching reel seat. Got the custom camouflage grips. That thing is nice right there. That one's going out. That one's a medium. It's got a moderate action tip. Sweet rod right there, y'all. Appreciate that, Chuck. Appreciate that. That thing is sweet. That thing is nice looking. Alright, said, never mind, I'm back. Yeah, I like that rod. That is a sweet rod, y'all. That's got a pretty good decorative. That's the only one I have with a decorative wrap on it right now. But I'm gonna do a tutorial on one of these decorative wraps right here, probably that chevron. I'm gonna do a tutorial on it, on how to do that rod and how to actually put that deck. Because you don't just throw, I mean, you can see, I don't know if y'all was able to see that up close, but there's actually a whole design and everything on that. I mean, you can see it. See if I can get it close enough to show you on this one. You can see it there. How it intertwines. There's actually a equation on which direction you go and which way you wrap each time to actually get that pattern to come out whenever you're cross wrapping it like that. This is more of one of the basic wraps. There's some that get so much more. They get like 10 times more complicated and crazy looking stuff on them. So they get pretty wild. They get pretty wild looking, but that's a pretty simple one. I'm going to do like a tutorial on one of those. So I got a couple people asking about those on how to do that, actually do that. You know what I mean? So It's not real hard, but you can do that wrap. I'm gonna do one day, and that's an open wrap. You can do a closed wrap where you just keep going and keep repeating and repeating it until it completely covers up the whole blanket. It's a wild looking design. I haven't had enough time to do one of those yet. You should do a live in your reels. You should do a live in your reels. What does that mean, man? RM Outdoors, what does that mean? The combination of colors is on point. Yeah, man, appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I do a pretty good job matching those up, man. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of thread, and I get them when I do my grips and everything like that. You know, I get it all up, and that green is a real popular color, so I have a whole lot of green paint. I have a whole lot of green thread, so when I do a green rod, I can do all kinds of different colors and setups and everything. And whenever you do that color combo, it's a whole. You got to write it down. You know, I got to write down when I'm doing that. I got to write down how many green I do, how many silver I do, how many black I do, because once you get completely done to the point to where you want to, okay, this is how many colors I want, then you got to repeat everything, and you got to do it backwards on what you did and reverse it, mirror it backwards and do it. You know what I mean? If you did 3 black, 2 green, 1 white, when you reverse it back, you have to go 1 white, 2 bit, 3, you know what I mean? You got to reverse it. So you got to write it all down on a piece of paper while you're writing it, or you'll never remember, you know. And it'll look funny after that. So to get it symmetrical like that, where it's exactly right, you got to. There's quite a bit into it when you do. That's why I don't do a whole lot of decorative wraps, because I'm serious. There's a whole lot into it. You know what I mean? When you do them on your reels, on the fishing reels. My fishing reels, man. I didn't know if you was talking about reels on here, like the video reels, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do a live. We're gonna dip those things, man. And once I get done dipping those reels and get them right, I'm gonna break them on down, and I'm just gonna show y'all how I oil them and grease them. You know what I mean? And put them back together. Show y'all what I do. I've already showed y'all once, but I'll show y'all again in depth on what I do every time I go fishing. You know, or what I do every couple of fishing trips, just to keep them from squeaking and scratching and stuff. An eighth off. I'll tell you what, if you look at that too long, and if you sit there and stare at that cross wrap, you will find some imperfections. I promise you. You will find some imperfections, Chris, on that thing. If you pay hard enough attention to it, you will. You'll find some imperfections. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to put, this is looking real smooth, y'all. I mean, that's looking smooth as butter right there, how I wanted it to look. So we're gonna get tomorrow, and we're gonna get a decal I got up here. It's an ugly stick decal. We're gonna put it on there, and we're gonna boom, be done with that rod. You know what I mean? And then I can enjoy the fruits of fishing with it. This one right here, I'm gonna put some thread right up here, and we got a small decal that's going in here, and it's gonna have somebody's name on it. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm gonna ship it out. And I got a couple of rods over here we're gonna ship out. Quite a few rods. You know what I mean? This one's going out to an awesome Facebook follower. This is a 4-foot rod. Doc Demon. Nice little rod to do, you know, throw in the back of the truck, do whatever you want with it. It's got a full-size reel seat on it. These are full-size guides. It's not a kiddie rod. It looks like it, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's actually a pretty nice rod. It's actually a pretty nice rod there. You know what I mean? This one's getting ready to go out. I'll show these to y'all because I don't, these ain't going to last long. They're going to be gone. They've already got homes. They just got to get shipped out. That's got a nice Alps reel seat. Boom, it's got the nice marble on it. Decal right there with his name on it. This is a 6-foot ultralight. This rod right here is sweet as can be too. It's another nice one right there. It's just a little longer than the other one. It's got a nice tip on it. It's got a nice tip. You'll be able to feel the bite real easy. It's got a sensitive tip on it. That'll work out good. That will work out good. It's about what we got going, y'all. We got our Patriots. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seems like I got 8 rods going right now. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm crazy as hell. I really don't have 8. When you get epoxy like this, I've gotten them all pretty much done up. I got really take 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 2. I only got 2 that I'm building on. Actually, I think 2 or 3 that I'm building on right now. One, Virginia's is about to get pretty much on the finished stage of that. So then I'll have, then I'll be ready to start 2 more. It never ends. There ain't no rest for the wicked. I'm either fishing, building custom fishing rods, or fixing leaks. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to let these things spin till tomorrow. Like I said, y'all. Hey, I might jump on here in the lives mid-round tomorrow if I get bored when I'm doing some more work. I'm going to put a coat of epoxy on about 4 rods. I'm going to have them spinning and stuff. I mean, the epoxy part of this is boring. You know what I mean? But whatever. You know what I mean? I'll get on here and chat with y'all a little bit while we do it. And get on here and do that. Fishing reels. I got you, brother. I got you. We can do that, man. I got this reel broken down over here. You know what I mean? So, like I said, whenever I dip these reels, I'm going to dip 2 or 3 reels. When I dip them, when I get the hydro kit in, which shouldn't be, but next week maybe or something, I'm gonna go over, man, greasing them and what I do to them. And I don't go complete full detail down into them because I don't get into that. You know what I mean? Every couple of years, I'll find somebody that really knows how to do it, but I'm not. I got it broke down. You know what I mean? I'll show y'all about as far as I go with my reels. For catfish, should give me a Arista theme rod. Heck yeah, for catfish, that'd be awesome, man. That would be awesome, Chris. That would be awesome, brother. Y'all, we're gonna get ready to wrap this live up, man. All right, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Sorry, y'all. I was gonna do about an hour tonight. We're pushing about an hour. I gotta get down. I got a couple of things I gotta do, and I gotta get ready. I'm gonna try to fish in the morning. Maybe not. Maybe so. You know what I mean? Depends on if it's raining or not. It's not supposed to be real cold, so I'll be able to get some good fishing in probably. Hopefully. But we'll definitely jump on here tomorrow night. And like I said, hopefully we'll put a decal on this rod and we'll put a decal on that rod. I'll show y'all the process of putting a decal on a rod and how I do that. And you know what I mean? And the easiest ways I found to put decals on, because I'll tell you what, up next to thread work and like them decorative wraps, putting on a decal is real annoying. Because if you mess it up, you got to remake the decal. You got to clean the rod. It's just annoying. So I'll show y'all what I do to keep from getting in that mess and make sure you get a nice solid sticker with no bubbles. That'll be tomorrow night. Chuck, man, have a good night, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you joining us, man. I'll tell him old Unc said what's up to the little pro staff, man. He's with his mama this weekend, so some point tomorrow I got to go pick him up too. So he'll be back tomorrow. I'll tell him though, man, for you. How big is the sac-a-lait on the wall? Man, it's about 2 pounds, brother. It's about a 2-pound crappie. It's about a 2-pound crappie on there. It's not a bad fish. Pretty good size one. It's a pretty good size one. Pretty good size crappie. Yo, crappie. Show that to y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get off here. That thing ain't bad, man. It's not a bad fish, you know what I mean? Pretty good size. Back when they used to do the good mounts on them, you know what I mean? That's come out of a local lake right here where I live at, man. About 2 pounds. Maybe, a little over 2 pounds. I'll tell it for you, Chris, man. Y'all, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to do a few things, get ready to go fishing in the morning. Hopefully this rain holds off. I'll jump back on here tomorrow. I might jump midday or something. If it is raining, I'll be on here building rods, and I'll check in with y'all then. If anything, we'll go on tomorrow night, put some decals on some rods, everybody. Go over some more stuff. Y'all ever got any questions, anything like that? Y'all always feel free to ask any question you'd like. I love to talk about fishing. I love to conversate and do all that. That's what these lives are all about. So if y'all got any questions, y'all want any info on anything, feel free to reach out to me. All right, everybody? Appreciate y'all. Dang, we call them that in Louisiana. Heck yeah, man. Have a good one, Chris, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. RM Outdoors, we'll see you later, too, man. I'm going to get off here, everybody, and get a couple of things ready to go fishing tomorrow. Hopefully the weather holds off. Until next time, make sure y'all have a great night. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. RMs, we'll see you, brother. BigSrod's signing off. Hit the button. Yeah.